Good morning, Year 8s. Welcome to Week 5 online learning. So what I'm looking at here is our classwork page on Google Classroom, and what I need you to do is I need you to go to Online Learning Week 5, and in here you're going to find a copy of the Google Doc that I want you to open. So you're going to come in here and this is what you're going to see. Now this is in Google Docs. It's been available so everybody should be able to edit straight into the document. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at job skills, the learning intention to build my vocabulary knowledge and develop reading comprehension skills, to learn about the different skills needed to get a job. So the first task that you're going to do is you're going to look at the vocabulary table here. You're going to write each of the sounds in the boxes. Remember, sometimes a sound is made by more than one letter. So employability, skills, dependable, involves, deadlines. How many sounds, and then you're going to write the letters broken up into their graphs, digraphs and trigraphs, okay? And remember to note down any tricky parts in here. Let's move along. Okay, so one of the reading strategies we have is that if we can understand the meaning of a word, it helps us with not only spelling that word, but putting it in its right place within a sentence. So employability means how much somebody would want to employ you. Skills are things that you are able to do well. If you are dependable, then others can rely on you and trust that you will do what you say. Involves means that a part is essential or necessary. And deadlines are another word for due dates. So let's have a look at the prior reading predicting knowledge. Okay, so what do you think the text is about and why? Now, if you've got your printed book, you can flick over the page or you can scroll down and have a look at the title here. Okay. So I want you to answer the question inside this little box here. What skills do you think are important for employment? And then again, I want you to type your answer into this little box. What skills do you have that you think might help you get a job? Again, type the answer into the box, please. Now, as we move on to the next part, we're going to get into reading the text. Now, you've got 3 things that you need to do. You need to draw a line between the paragraphs. You need to number the paragraphs, and then you're going to highlight keywords and important or interesting information. So let's get started. The title of this text is 8 job skills you should have. 1. Communication. 2. Teamwork. 3. Problem solving. 4. Initiative. 5. Planning and organization. 6. Self-management. 7. Learning. 8. Technology. As well as skills specific to the job you're going for, employers are also looking for general job skills. These are sometimes called employability skills or soft skills. These types of skills will make you stand out. Even if you don't think you have any job skills, you have these employability skills if you're dependable, easy to get along with, and open to learning new things. Number 1, communication. Communication means being clear about what you mean and what you want to achieve when you talk or write. It involves listening and being able to understand where someone else is coming from. Communication skills also include non-verbal communication, such as body language you use. 2, teamwork. Teamwork means being able to get along with the people you work with. It involves working together to achieve a shared goal. 3, problem solving. Problem solving means finding solutions when you're faced with difficulties or setbacks. It involves being able to use logical processes to figure things out. 4, initiative. Initiative means looking for things that need to be done and doing them without being asked. This can also involve thinking creatively and make improvements to the way things are done. 5, planning and organizing. Planning and organizing mean working out what you need to do and how you will do it. Planning and organizing involves things like developing project timelines and meeting deadlines. Number 6, self-management. Self-management means being able to do your job without someone having to check up on you all the time. This also means staying on top of your own deadlines. 7, learning. Learning is about wanting to understand new things and picking them up quickly. It also involves taking on new tasks and being able to adapt to change. 8, technology skills. Technology skills mean being able to use a computer for word processing, using spreadsheets and sending email, or knowing how to use equipment like a photocopier. They also involve using social media, working with design or video editing software, or knowing programming language. Other technology skills relate to hardware, like knowing how to use EFTPOS or a cash register. So I've read out the text for you, and now what you need to do is you need to make sure that you have completed those 3 little tasks up here. So you draw a line between each paragraph, you number the paragraphs down the side of the page, and you highlight keywords and important, interesting information. Let's move on to the next part. Okay, so this is the answer table that you're going to put your completed work in and then submit to me. Okay, so I want you to write into today's date. The learning intention: to build my vocabulary knowledge and develop reading comprehension skills, to learn about the different skills needed to get a job. So these are the right there questions. Now remember, that is part of our reading strategies, is that we have different levels of questions. The right there questions are the questions that you can find the answers to right in the text. Question asks you, what are the 2 important parts of teamwork? I want you to write or type your answer in the box next to it, please. What sort of process is involved in problem solving? Have a look in the text and find the answer and write it in there. Think and search question. What are some similarities and differences between different skills? Okay, so you're going to write your answer in here. You might need to think about this one a little bit more. Author and you questions. Which skill do you think is most important and why? Write your answer in the box. Which skill do you think you are best at, and which do you think you might need to work on? Why? And then write it in the box. And then the last question, I believe, is on your own questions. What job would you like to get when you are older? That's part A. What skills do you think will be important for this job? Write your answer in here. And then the very last thing that you need to do is complete the summary. This text was about this new piece of information I learnt was, one new piece of information I learnt was, This text is interesting / important because, and write your answers in here. Okay, the very last task I believe for this session is going to be written response. Write a cover letter to a prospective employer outlining the skills you have for employment. Make sure you keep your tone formal and professional.